Alright guys, so I'm going to show you this updo I did just recently for an updo class that I did in my salon at Voltage. So I'm just going to kind of do a little bit more of a voiceover on what I did throughout the style to kind of get it to where it ended up. But it is kind of more of a folded and twisted and kind of wrapped around style. So it's very kind of loose and relaxed looking. I'd say it's in that romantic type of an updo, not so much in the boho end, but definitely in the romantic side. It's loose and it's airy. So let's take a peek at the style. First thing we're going to talk about in the updo is texture. You got to figure out when you're looking at the photo that your client brings you or your bride brings you, you've got to decide what is that texture like. Is it really curly? Is it looser waves? Is it frizzy looking? Is it more straight and smooth? Those are things you got to decide ahead of time on what you want to do to get to your end result. Second thing that we're going to look at when we're doing an updo for the perfect updo is you got to look at the shape. What is the overall shape of the style? When you're looking at it from a distance, what does that look like? Is it on the side, or is it all back? Is it all on top? Kind of what does that shape look like? You got to figure out your silhouettes. Most important thing for your perfect updo is you've got to decide what is the focal point, or where is the focal point on your style. Is it like a low chignon or a low bun? Is the bun more centered in the back, in the middle, or is it kind of more on the side? Is it on top? Those are things to consider. You have to look at where that focal point's going to be. Sometimes there are two focal points. I've seen updos where they've got kind of maybe something small here and like a little bit bigger bun in the back, and it's all kind of meshing into one, but there's kind of two separate things to it. Sometimes there might be a focal point with a braid into a chignon or a bun. So that might kind of have two focal points there. So you have your detail of that braid or that twist. So those are things to consider too when you're looking at getting your perfect updo. Awesome. Let's get into it. Here is the style. You can see it's folded and twisted and wrapped around. So I'm going to show you guys real quick how I styled this and how we went about doing it. You'll see here I sewed several points of the ponytail to her existing hair to create a really nice shape in the chignon. Here's how it looks sewn in on the right side behind her right ear. And here's how it looks after I folded over that leftover hair of the ponytail into the rest of the chignon. And here's the left side after we pulled it over the chignon and folded it and tucked it in. And here's the right side after I tucked in the right side and the top sections. So you guys can see on this one the focal point was at the back, and it just has a loose, airy texture that's not too smooth but not too curly. And here's how it looks from the front. So that's all up to you. The front and the sides, you guys can do whatever you want with it. Tuck it, twist it, braid it, whatever. But hope you guys enjoyed it.